Okay, hello YouTube, I'm back again with some more stuff to review in this ongoing series of retro reviews. This time, as you notice, I have no electronic games. But anyways, just as a brief overview from the back row, starting from the back row from left to right, is a 1975 Ronald McDonald coloring calendar. Then the next one is a Kodak Pocket Instamatic 20 camera, then a Chucky Cheese prize pen, a Tower Snappy camera, a Metropolis rotary phone, then up front we have a Kmart face mask for swimming, and then an official trail canteen from Kmart as well. So let's get on with it. Okay, so first up I have these two items from Kmart. Now, as you can see from the title of the video, I'm kind of spotlighting Kmart in this video for many reasons. One of which is because these two items I know for sure from Kmart, and I actually could not find a specific commercial showcasing either one of these, the face mask or the canteen. I did find a commercial though for just Kmart in general, so here is a 1978 commercial for Kmart.
I know a place.
I know a place
Where life is good.
where life is good.
A brand new place.
A brand new place.
In your neighborhood.
Your neighborhood.
Come to my place.
Where dreams come true.
My saving place can save a lot of dollars for you.
My saving place. Kmart.
Kmart.
Is your saving.
Yes, it is.
You need value face to face.
Every day.
Kmart.
Kmart.
Sells great merchandise.
You're gonna get value at a low, low price. Here at my place, you know you're gonna get more.
Get more.
My saving place has got a lot of value in store.
Saving place. Kmart.
Kmart.
Is your saving.
Sing it for me, children.
The new Solent Kmart will celebrate its grand opening starting Thursday. Hundreds of grand opening specials await you at this and all Cleveland.
Yeah, that was used to help promote the opening of one of their stores, a new store at the time. Anyway, so let's just move this out of the way first. I'll just do the face mask review first. Okay, this is my dad's face mask. It's pretty heavy duty actually. It's as it says tempered Kmart glass up on top, and it's actually got some sand on it too. This has been in storage. I guess it's sand. Maybe it's dust too. I don't know. And then back here on the strap, it says has the initials SM right there at the top, and then it says C-Mate. And I don't exactly know how much this was or whatever, but it's actually pretty heavy duty, pretty high quality. Kind of surprised actually, because you know today's goggles and face masks are not, well, unless you get like really expensive pair, they are not that high quality made. But yeah, this is a rubber strap on both sides. You can adjust it and tighten however much you need. And yeah, my dad used this a lot whenever he was swimming. I don't exactly know what this is up here at the top. I'm kind of afraid to mess with it. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have. It's kind of cool to show the Kmart logo up there. Tempered Kmart glass. It's pretty cool. Alright, and then we have not mine, but my dad's canteen right here. This says official trail canteen from Kmart. It's got nothing in it, but see, you'd unscrew there we go, like that, and you fill up with your water or but yeah, it's got this nice little chain holding the lid on. But I don't know how much this was either. But let's see, these buttons unsnappable? Yes, they are. So you can kind of see it's just a metal canister down in there, a little metal canister, and it's just surrounded by this decorative bag kind of thing. There's a strap too. Another high quality thing, another high quality product. I don't know how much my dad actually used this. I'm sure he used it a lot. There we go. And also it's cool, this thing does have the Kmart logo on it as well. And I guess a little scene of like a campfire and people camping. Very cool, very neat to see, and kind of, it's like a time traveling almost, because I get to see how things were back in the past. Okay, now since we're on the subject of Kmart, I was doing some research before the start of this video, just kind of researching Kmart and whatever, and I came across something I didn't realize. They used to have a Kmart Cafe, which was kind of like a little restaurant inside Kmart. Which, you know, Walmart, I mean, they have, some Walmarts have Subways, some have, like, Papa John's. But no, this was actually, like, a restaurant inside Kmart. That was called Kmart Cafe, or Cafeteria, whatever it was called. And, which I thought was pretty cool, I didn't realize that. But they had supposedly some good popcorn. And, of course, we all like popcorn, especially if you're watching a movie. But I was actually kind of surprised, actually. I wasn't expecting this. I heard that the popcorn bags were actually really big. I mean, I've seen some large popcorn bags, but I was in for a surprise. Look at this thing. I mean, this thing is 30 inches tall. That's over 3 feet long. How much popcorn can you fit in that dang bag? I don't understand it. And you can buy just the bags for 145 bucks. Man, these things are going like hotcakes. Holy cow. And this is on Amazon, by the way. You can look at it here. But anyways, on to the next product. Okay, here's something here. This is, I don't exactly, it says Metropolis, and it's a, whoops, upside down. It's a Conair phone. I don't exactly know what year this came out. We think maybe in the 80s, maybe, kind of looks like it. But this is like a landline phone. You would have this, let me turn it around. You'd have this cord that plugged in back here, and it plugged into your wall, and it basically served the exact same purpose as this to call somebody, except it didn't have games, or 4 cameras, as my phone does. And we actually have gotten rid of our landline, but you pick it up and you hear the dial tone, and you punch in your number, or the number you wanted to call, and call it. Now, one thing pretty cool about this is, hope you can hear this, is if you go like, let's see if I can do this without knocking my camera over. Oh shoot, that's loud. You can hear the bell in there. That's pretty cool doing that. I like hearing that. But yeah, Metropolis, and I think on the bottom, you could, yeah, you could turn the ringer off or on, and then turn P or T on. I don't know what that means, but right now the ringer is on, or at least it was whenever it was unplugged. Kind of dusty in some ways. Let's see. Made in China. I wish I had a date back here whenever it was made. I don't see it. If I figure it out, then I'll put it in the description down below. Yeah, don't see it. Guess I want to hang this one up. And on to the next product. Okay, here we have a 1975 Ronald McDonald coloring calendar. This is pretty cool, because I didn't know they actually had these. I didn't know that. But before I actually open it up and look through the pages, here's a commercial for a coloring calendar. Now, I don't know what year it is, but here it is.
Oh boy, balloons! What? Pop and make hamburgers. There's McDonald's and I'm hungry. I'll just pop one balloon. Whoa! And drop in for a hamburger shake and fries.
Glad you could pop in, Ronald.
And here's what else you'll find when you pop into McDonald's.
It's the new Ronald McDonald coloring calendar. There's even sticker fun. And every month there's new pictures to color.
Wow, stickers!
The Ronald McDonald coloring calendar is 50 cents and is available while supplies last.
Yeah. So, and I think, like in the McDonald's you see today, you don't ever see Ronald McDonald. So, I guess he's retired. I don't know. But anyways, let's open it up and see what's inside. So, when you open it up, on this side, you would have, you know, important dates to remember, like your special days. And then, you know, talked all about, at the end of the year, to show your completed coloring calendar for a free quarter pounder or a quarter pounder with cheese. Pretty cool. It says, don't forget this month's special offer. And then here's the calendar. My dad already went through some of this. He marked out, back in 75, marked out some of this, and then colored in some of this here. Pretty cool thing is that each month had its own little coupon. So I don't know what coupon January of 75 had, but it's been cut out. As you can see, it's cut out. And so is February's and March's and April's. May's. June's wasn't cut out. I guess my dad didn't really want his free regular order of French fries with the purchase of a quarter pounder with cheese. But then after that, we had well, July's is cut out. I don't know what these were. I don't know what coupons these were. August is cut out. September's is not cut out. I guess at the time he wasn't in the mood for a free regular size soft drink with purchase of a quarter pounder or quarter pounder with cheese. This is actually making me hungry, looking at this and reading all these names. Then in October's is still here. Looks like in October, no, October's is not gone. Whoops, made a mistake. November's is still here. There we go. Looks like you get a free apple pie for November. And then, let's see, December's gone. Yes, December's is gone. It says Happy New Year. That's on the back page. And oh, I forgot also, there's like things you can color. Here's the McDonald's building you could color. A pretty cool thing is that at the end of the year, you get a bonus certificate. Well, I guess you could turn it in anytime you wanted to. I don't know. Well, no. Now that you've gotten all your favorite McDonald land. I thought it's called McDonald's. Huh, interesting. But Happy New Year from Ronald McDonald. And so you would show this and you get a free quarter pounder or quarter pounder with cheese. At the bottom in fine print, it says, Mr. Manager, please stamp redeemed and return calendar to customer. Kind of polite, they called it Mr. Manager. But not this at just any McDonald's. It had to be a participating McDonald's, which are on the back of these coupons. Since this was in Alabama, where my dad grew up, you have the ones in Birmingham, kind of blurry. There's a bunch in Birmingham. One in Bessemer, one in Homewood, Alabama, one in Vestiva, Alabama, one in Anniston, and two in Gadsden. And I'm pretty sure most of these are still here. So I wonder, and even though it says offer good from November 1st to November 30th of 75, you know, some places you can, if you get a coupon that's about a week or so expired, and some stores will go ahead and let you use the coupon. So if I went to a McDonald's, one of those McDonald's, and said, I have some expired coupons from the 70s, do you think that they would let me use them? I should try that. Actually, I actually had something kind of funny. So, you know, McDonald's has a Facebook, and I'm going to send a picture of this to their messenger. They may or may not reply. So in my next video of my retro reviews, I will update the status. But I thought this was pretty cool to see this. I'm glad it's got some of the coupons in it so I can see what they offered. But yeah, one thing I don't understand is it's like... Alright though. On to the next one. Okay, next up is we have this Tower Snappy camera from like the 50s, like 55 maybe. I don't exactly know what date when it came out because there's nothing really much about this. All I know is that, which I saw on, I think, eBay, is that this thing came from Sears, so you know what that means.
Put on your Sunday best, kids. We're going to Sears.
I didn't find a commercial for this, but I found a commercial for Sears in general from like the 70s. and I'll play that right now.
Sears Appliance Spectacular. As spectacular as Sears everyday low prices. Kenmore large capacity heavy duty washer, just $199. Kenmore large capacity electric dryer, just $159. Big 19 cubic foot Kenmore frostless refrigerator freezer, just $349. Or get a 100% solid state color TV, just $299 at Sears, where America shops.
Yeah, so just from the outside, I'll open it up in a minute to show you where you put the film in. But we got a button up top, this little knob. This was where a strap used to be, like to wear around your neck somewhere. And then, I don't know why these two grooves are here, maybe like to sit up, maybe so, something like that. I don't know. And then let me open it up so you can see the inside, which is where you put the film in. There we go. So, let's start with this one because this is not as interesting. So this is just, well, I don't exactly know why there's this red film right here. You kind of see my hand through it. Yeah, there we go. Put a little close up to the camera. I don't know why that's there. So I guess somehow it helps develop the film. I don't know, because when you develop film, like the traditional way was in a red room, like a red light room. Then this is the most interesting piece of the camera. It's actually very lightweight, but the amount of the kind of film it takes is it says use 620 film, takes 12 2.25 by 2.25 pictures, and you can kind of see when I push this button, the shutter opens and closes right there in the center. So whenever you push the button, the shutter would open up, letting a little bit of light hit the film, and then the film would, well, this is an old camera, so I don't know how good the film was, but theoretically would capture that and create a picture. But of course, like I said, I don't know exactly how good the film was back then and how good the pictures turned out to be. But yeah, I couldn't find out much about this. It was kind of odd. Yeah, that was easy. Wow. But yeah, kind of a cool museum piece to have. As you can see through the back here, when I push the button, there's a flash of red light, which when I first started doing that earlier, I thought somebody put batteries in this thing, and that was like a light going off, but no, it wasn't. It was just this shutter opening right here, which I wonder if you can see that. Hang on. Hang on, block out some light. No, I don't think you can see it. Or can you? Yeah, you can kind of see it actually. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. And, but yeah, it's just passing through that red filter back there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to see. Pretty cool thing to have. Alright, on to the next product. Okay, this is a pretty small object here. This is a Chucky Cheese Pen from 1982. On the back it says 1982 Pizza Time Theater Inc. Like incorporated. And this was a prize at a Chucky Cheese. So, little history. Chucky Cheese was the first one opened in San Jose, California in '77. And I guess by the early 80s, the restaurant taken off. So this is from Gadsden at their Chuck E. Cheese, which is now gone. It's something else now. I don't know what's there now. I got a commercial for Chuck E. Cheese, so let me play that right now.
You can smile, America, with Chuck E. Cheese. You can smile, America, with Chuck E. Cheese. Food and games and all kinds of creatures. For a taste of pizza time theater. You can smile, America. Smile, America. You can smile, America, with Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep, that was from '82. Now back then you didn't really have a lot of electronic arcade games like you do now. I actually just recently went to Dave & Buster's, so I know a lot of the new games they have in arcades. But yeah, I thought it's kind of cool to have this. It actually works as a pen. It's kind of weird how it opens up. But if I can ever get the pin out. Let's see now, how is this going to come out here? There we go. Now, this is sharp now. I can now put this on my shirt or, you know, on a bag or something. I guess it's mainly for a shirt. Well, I don't know. It didn't really specify what it's used for. But yeah, that's that. Put this back together. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see the Chucky Cheese rat with balloons. Kind of from 1982, kind of a, I guess, vintage or rare. No, not rare, vintage kind of thing. But alright, on to the next one. Okay, last but not least is this Kodak Pocket Instamatic 20 camera. This came out in '71, which is pretty cool actually. It's kind of taped up in some places, it's pretty old. So, before I get much into this, here's a commercial, which I'm glad I found. And it stars a familiar face. Let me know if you recognize it.
You know, it's such fun to give somebody something they've never had before. It's what I got for my wife. Something so new, it wasn't even around last Christmas. It's the Kodak Pocket Instamatic Camera. There it is. No, it isn't. Where did I put it? Gotta see this camera. It's about, oh, that big. To load it, you just slip in a film cartridge. She's gonna love it if I can find it. The great thing about it is it's so small, fits right in your pocket. Even smaller than I remembered it being. Now I can show you how great it is. You can carry it with you wherever you go. Easy to load. Maybe a small camera, but it takes big, sharp, clear pictures. Look at these. Aren't those great? The Kodak Pocket Instamatic Camera starts at less than $28. The complete outfit's a little more. Just tell them to remember which pocket they put it in. The Kodak Pocket Instamatic Camera.
Yep, that was Dick Van Dyke. He was the spokesperson for Kodak for several years. He actually did a lot of camera commercials for Kodak. But this here took, let me open this up here. This thing took 110 film. It kind of says it right there in some print. I don't know if you can read it. Yeah, it uses 110 film, that's it. And it's stuck in there. Looked a little bit like a here's a picture of it. Looked kind of like a dumbbell or something. Here's a picture. But I guess it still would work because it's not really broken. But the way you would prime it is you'd push this in, and I guess that would turn the film to a blank spot in the film, and then you'd point it at something and take a picture. Push that button right there. Now, of course, I've heard that if you took a picture of something inside, it'd be really dark. You couldn't really see it all. It had to be outside, unless you had one of those magic cube lights, which I guess mounted up here. I guess it had to have, yeah. And it would flash. It had 4 flashes. So if you notice, when I push this in, this thing rotates. Like that. And so the cube will just now rotate. The little light cube. And it came in a pack of like 24, which is actually how many photos you could take. It was 24 photos with this camera. It's actually kind of cool to see this thing. It looks, I don't know what it is about it. It's pretty cool. As a comparison, here's my phone. So it's big, it's smaller than my phone, both height and width. Now it's actually a little thicker. And like I said, it doesn't have 4 cameras. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to have as a museum piece, kind of like the Tower Snappy camera. Actually, here's a size comparison between both of these. So, whoops. So, the Tower Snappy is a big kind of cube block thing. This is like a rectangular prism kind of thing. And it actually fits in your pocket really well, as Dick Van Dyke showed, and as it says, pocket right there. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have. Once again, here's my phone. There's how we look again. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? But yeah, this is pretty cool. Kind of taped up in some places because it's from '71. I mean, come on now. And I think that's a spot for a tripod. Like you could screw something in right there. Kind of like how this camera's mounted on a tripod. And then it has a little strap here, put it on your wrist to carry it around somewhere so you wouldn't drop it. And I don't know where this came from. Probably from Sears or Kmart or Woolworth or something. I don't know about Woolworth. It may not come from there. Someplace. Probably Sears or Kmart. It had to be one of those places. But alright. Let me line everything back up. And we'll do the outro from there. Okay, here we are. I guess time for the outro. Now, of course, I put my phone in the center. So, to get like a size comparison of everything else. But yeah, this mainly spotlighted the 2 Kmart items up front. And then just some other random stuff from back in the 70s. If you haven't seen my first video in this series, which was where I review a bunch of electronic games like Pong, and then some Mattel football games and whatnot, then please go check that out. I'll put a link in the description down below to that video. These are actually really fun videos to make. I like reviewing things from before I was born, and seeing just how time has changed. And but yeah, that's once more from the back row, from left to right, is a 1975 Ronald McDonald coloring calendar, a Tower Snappy camera. I don't exactly know what year that came from. Probably, I think like the 50s or 60s. Then a 1982 Chucky Cheese Pen. Then a 1971 Kodak Pocket Instamatic 20 camera. A Metropolis rotary phone, landline. Then in the center is my phone from 2021. So that should work, because if not, then we got a problem. Then up front is a Kmart face mask for swimming, and then a Kmart Canteen for camping. But yeah, I guess take it away, Hayden. Have a great day. Be seeing you.
The best to you from Kmart Radio. KMRT.